Hello, my name is Anna Davis, and for this Traditional Indigenous Art Form Part C presentation, I have decided to explore the Jingle Dress Dance. The Jingle Dress Dance is a dance that is performed at a ceremony called powwow. And powwow is a creative cultural practice that is done by the Plains Indigenous people of the north central part of the continent. Although powwow has been around for a very long time, the more modern powwow that we are familiar with today was established in the 19th century and became more popular in the 1950s. When a powwow starts, the dancers enter in through the eastern doorway and then exit out of the western doorway in order to pay homage to the sun, very similarly to a lot of the cultures that we have learned about through this course. The word powwow is an Algonquin word which means medicine man or he who dreams, which is a good way to start the Jingle Dress Dance story. There are the male dances, which include the men's traditional dance, the fancy dance, and the grass dance, which also can be considered to be a healing dance, along with the female dances, which include the women's traditional dance, the fancy shawl dance, and the jingle dress dance. There is also a dance called the round dance, which includes both genders and other nationalities who have attended the powwow. The reason why I have focused on the jingle dress dance is because of the story behind it. There are many variations to this story, but the version that I heard and researched was one where a daughter had injured legs, and her father, who was a shaman, um, asked how he would be able to heal his daughter, and the vision which he had instructed the man on how to make a jingle dress and how to perform the steps of a healing dance that the girl would have to carry out in that dress. And the reason why this connects with me so much is because I have also had issues with my legs before, but also have found such great joy and healing through dancing. The materials, or otherwise known as the regalia worn by the dancers, often features intricate beadwork, ribbons, sacred eagle feathers, and other materials. Its design really depends on the dance that is being performed. The eagle feathers are considered sacred because the eagle flies the highest and carries the prayers of the people towards the heavens. During the jingle dress dance, the dancers are praying either for healing for themselves or for other people, and so the eagle feather is very fitting. The other more notable material for the jingle dress dance is the metal cones that make the jingling sound. They're often made from skull can lids and sound very much like falling rain. In terms of techniques and movement for the jingle dress dance, the dance features intricate and controlled footwork that is complex but demonstrates the dancer's grace, poise, and endurance. Most importantly, one foot was always supposed to touch the ground so as to remind the dancer of their connection to the earth. Attached on the slide is a link to a video of dancers performing the jingle dress dance. Madison Noon, along with Santi Smith, who I did my Part B interview portion of this assignment on, are Indigenous contemporary artists who have used their Western ballet training in order to create choreography for dances to tell their heritage in public settings. Santi Smith also had issues with her legs as a child, similar to myself, and used dancing as a way of healing. On the next slide is a YouTube video of Santi Smith along with her dance company doing an original dance. Santi Smith wondered, am I Santi the artist, or am I a Mohawk artist? And how does society see my work? That change in viewing identity can also affect the artwork produced. Also, artists aren't just seeing themselves as dancers, but also as storytellers, because Santi reflected, I don't even say the word dance anymore, I embody storytelling. So they're drawing from their stories and imagery that come from the philosophies and teachings and practices, their songs and dances and languages and ceremonial cycles from their heritage, but also including the new. For example, Santi Smith said Haudenosaunee culture honors women, and that she believes that there are some really powerful, strong ways of living, not necessarily patriarchal, which is very interesting because at the beginning of powwows, when the men's traditional dance was being slightly changed into the fancy dance. The women also wanted to do that, but they were not included at first, which is how the shawl dance was created to eventually create a new type of dance form. So I see this change as being something that can honor the old tradition as well as create new things. The most important part of the jingle dress dance is the indigenous wisdom that is being passed down, not only from the previous generation to the present, but now the present generation to the future. Santi Smith said, the future is the decisions that we make today, that we make now. They will impact 7 generations into the future. So not only do I think that it is important that the indigenous communities continue to practice their culture and also pass it on to their generation, but I think it's important that us individuals like myself who are not from that culture to be able to hear these stories to gain that wisdom as well.